Yes, sir, we're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the SH Figuarts Street Fighter video game Akuma figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini mates, I'm fucking with them. Hype beasts, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
And a quick look at the artwork on the left side of the box. You can see it says Street Fighter, it says number 5. This is the SH Figuarts' 5th release in their Street Fighter line, and it says Gouki. And on the opposite side, pretty much more the same. And a quick look at the front. Alright, let's bust this guy out. Alright, taking a look at Akuma out of the package. As I mentioned, this is Bandai SH Figuarts' 5th release from their Street Fighter line. They've already released Ryu, Chun-Li, Cammy, Rashid, and behind this guy should be our Mika right after this guy, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one that I was really looking forward to, and I am not disappointed here. I do like the way this figure came out. I think he came out pretty damn nice. And just like with the other offerings so far, we get this little paper backdrop that you can use. I've seen quite a few people use this pretty well in some displays, but I don't think I'll be using this too much. Taking a look at his accessories out of the package, he comes with 2 fisted hands, and then he comes with a set of semi-open hands. These are like the official I Know Martial Arts hands, and these look good, and swapping them on was no issue, no problem there. And then he comes with this set of open hands with the fingers semi-spread, and I guess these can be used to kind of simulate him throwing his fireball, which is another accessory. I might as well actually show that while I have these hands on. And just like Ryu, he comes with this little stand so you can actually prop up the fireball, which I'm about to break out. And there's a look at the fireball, which looks good. You can see all the energy concentrated there in the front, and it's kind of translucent. It's got a little bit of weight to it as well. Not bad. And there's a little peg hole at the bottom here. It's kind of hard to actually find it, but there it is, and that plugs in with no issue. And that looks kind of terrible, but you get the idea. So you can definitely simulate him throwing a fireball, and if you angle it right, then you could get some nice pictures and what have you. And then just taking a look at the head sculpt that comes attached to him out of the package, which is his pretty neutral mean mug here. And aside from this, he has 2 additional sculpts, and I think this looks good. You know, there's a war going on outside, no man is safe from, but there's a war going on between SH Figuarts and Storm Collectibles right now for the hearts of collectors and who's actually representing the Street Fighter V franchise best. I didn't really like Storm's Akuma. They went with the look with him with the full like crazy hair and beard, and he kind of looks like Simba. It looks like a lion or something like that, and SH Figuarts went with the more plain look. Now both looks appear in the game if I'm not mistaken, but it seems like Storm has been more accurate to the game, and Figuarts has taken a little bit of liberty. And with the fact that Figuarts is about to release Ken and his red gi and Sakura, it looks like they're taking more liberties and not really sticking to Street Fighter V or the looks for Street Fighter V. But anyway, getting into the next head sculpt. And just so you can see how that looks, and you can see 3 little peg holes there, so I took that one off. And there's a look at the next face, which is not too much different from this one. It's just the eyes are looking in a different direction. It's really just about the eyes on this second one here. And then finally there's a look at the angry, really angry face, I guess you could say, with the teeth gritted. And this looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Taking a good look at his deco. Everything here looks pretty accurate to the game. You let me know. Let me know if anything I'm saying is inaccurate, because I actually haven't played Street Fighter in quite some time. I said that when I reviewed Ryu some time ago, but from what I can tell and from images, this looks pretty decent. I think the skin tone and everything here looks good. I think the paintwork looks good. The little rope around his waist and the ropes here on the hand. Oh yeah, that arm fell off. I was messing around with the arm and had detached it, but you can definitely pull the arms and stuff apart at all of these points here. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. You can see that all detaches. Let me get that back on. Yeah, you can see his feet and his toes and his little chancletas And everything looks good, man. I don't really have any issues with the paint or anything like that. Not too many imperfections. That's just some dust on the back there. You know, SH Figuarts is pretty consistent with their paint work. Ball joint, the head and, well, the neck moves independently of the head, so you get some articulation on top of the neck from the head, and he can actually look down pretty far, and he's not going to look up too far, but he'll turn left to right, do a full 360. It'll pivot a little bit on that joint, so no issue moving the head, and you can pop the head off and remove his little necklace if you want to. Shoulders are on a ball joint. They're not going to come up too far. You'll get just about that much, and you can do a full 360, and it will kind of rotate a little bit on this joint to kind of simulate a swivel, but you don't actually get a bicep swivel. You do get a little bit of butterfly joint here as well. I think I need to break this in a little bit more. I feel like it was a better range on Ryu, but maybe I just need to break it in a little bit more. You get just a little bit more than 90 degrees on the elbow. It looks to be double jointed, but I don't know. Maybe I need to swing this around a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more than 90 degrees, a swivel and a hinge on the wrist, and something that they implemented on Ryu as well. You can actually rotate here right at the bend of the elbow. That helps you when you want to get his arms together and that kind of fireball throwing pose. And it's the same thing on both sides as far as the arms go. You get some upper torso articulation here. There is a slight ab crunch there as well as waist articulation, so you can turn them left to right. There's a ball joint right in there. I'm sure you could actually pop him off at the waist and take the top of his gi off if you wanted to. This is a separate piece here, this whole belt, and you can see under there that's that new sort of articulation scheme that they were using on Goku and some of the Figuarts figures. So you see how that looks, but that'll allow his legs to go up pretty far because this is a soft pliable material. It's not really stopping the legs from going up. You can definitely get his legs up high and do side kicks and all of that good stuff, and you can get him to rotate at the upper thigh. You do get a double jointed knee, you get a hinge and a pivot on the foot. So yeah, you get a decent range of motion on this guy. You can definitely get him into some dynamic poses and really get those kicks and flips and everything out when he's facing off against his enemies. And just to let you see, you can see that ball joint in there. So you do get a good range. You can see how this joint works here too. Very similar to Ryu as far as the articulation goes. Pretty much the same. And a couple quick size comparisons. You can see Cammy on the left from the same line and Ryu on the right from the same line. I feel like Ryu's articulation is a little less restrictive, but I mean it is pretty much the same articulation scheme, although Akuma is a little bit larger, as he should be. You know, I always say this, I always think the villains should be a little larger than the heroes. I guess if you want to call them villains and heroes, it depends on whose perspective you're looking at it from, I suppose. But yeah, Akuma looks like he's about the right size in comparison to these two as far as I can tell. And then there's a look at Chun-Li on the left and Rashid on the right, and you can still see the plastic on Rashid because I've actually never really used this figure. I've used the head for a shot. I'll show you that real quick. But yeah, I never used the figure yet. I actually been kind of keeping most of these on ice. I just want to kind of build up the collection and kind of replace my soda collection. And I think that SH Figuarts has been doing a really good job with these so far. I'm looking forward to SH Figuarts doing Zangief and doing some of the bigger figures to see how they will really stack up against Storm Collectibles, because I don't think for one second that Storm Collectibles is not doing a very good job with their Street Fighter lines and with everything they're putting out in general. So yeah, but this is still one I would recommend. I was able to get this guy directly from Japan, so I paid maybe about $50, 50 something dollars shipped. So not bad at all. Definitely going to go up in price on the secondary market or if you get it domestically. So definitely your best bet is to get it directly from Japan. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.